Diona is older than Klee by 2 years. 2 years ago, the product of their ages is 48. How old is each now? So let's find the number, find the letter to identify the unknown. To identify the unknown. And let's change it for once and use Y. Now, let's create a small little chart for every person featured. Name, current age 2 years ago. We have Klee and Diona, which were featured in the problem. Diona is older than Klee by 2 years, which is Y plus 2. And Y. We're using Y since the letter that we're going to be using for this problem is Y. You can use any variable, I just want to try changing it for once. 2 years ago, the product of their ages is 48. Age 2 years ago, we have Y minus 2. And now over here, we have Y plus 2 minus 2. Or, in simpler terms, Y. Because 2 minus 2 is 0, right? You don't need to write this same, or you could just make it Y instead. You can just leave it as Y. Now, let's solve. Now that we're finished translating the phrases, we're gonna go solve. So Y minus 2 equals 48. Let's combine or multiply. Y, we're gonna add the exponent. So Y squared minus 2Y equals 48. Next, we'll be transposing 48 to the other side. So, become negative 48 equals 0. And for this problem, for today, we're just going to be... Let's solve this using the quadratic formula, since in most of the videos, we seem to only use factoring. So remember, the formula is negative d plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This is a formula for quadratic formula. Let's get the values. We have 1, b is negative 2, and c is negative 48, I'm sorry. Let's substitute. Plus or minus negative 2 square minus 4, which is 1, negative 48. 1. Negative times negative is positive, which it will result in a positive 2. 2 times 2 is going to multiply to itself twice, which is 4. Negative 48 times positive 1 is negative 48 still. 2 times 2 is 2. Negative 48 times 4 is 192. And since if you multiply two negative numbers together, it will result in a positive number. So we have positive 192. Now, let's add them. 4 plus 192 is 196. Then we'll extract or find the square root. And what do you think the square root of 196 is? Yep, you're right. It's 14. So we have 14. 2 plus minus 14 over 2. Next, we'll be adding, since it's plus minus, so 2 plus 4, 2 plus 14, 16 over 2. Let's divide. 16 over 2 is 8. And 2 minus 14, negative 12 over 2. Negative 12 divided by 2 is 6. Then we're gonna copy the sign. So, the roots that we found for this equation is 8 and negative 6. Next, we're going to take the positive root and substitute it to the current ages. Take the positive root. So the current ages is y and y minus 2. Y equals... By the way, we're going to take the positive root because age is a positive number, not negative. Just a reminder. Y plus 2. 8 plus 2 is 10. Now, let's try our answer in a sentence form. Let's just try to add it over here. Klee is 8 years old. While Diona is 10 years old. You can also use the factoring formula for this, but I just realized that I want to try it out using quadratic formula since I realized that in majority of my videos, I usually use the factoring formula. So I want to try something different for this video. I hope you're able to understand